Yes, big. Oh my god.
A very good evening here in Scranton. My name is Ushu again for Kyangwali News, and as we mentioned, we're going to be bringing you summaries of news every weekend of what happened during the week, more especially in the refugee camp of Kyangwali, Western Uganda. And for today's package, we're going to start with main points first. One, we see that living at Uganda brings employment opportunities to many of refugees between the age of 16 and 32. The other coverage is on NIRA, National Identification Registration Authority, coming up with a software for locating Ugandan national identity cards. The other key point is on the educational news, where we see that there was a briefing for senior four candidates at Kyangwali Secondary School in Kyangwali. And lastly, we see that UCC suspends registration of SIM cards using refugee identity cards and also attestation forms. And now are the details. Living at Uganda is an organization that came to Kyangwali refugee settlement to bring about employment opportunities. But this is a very special case because it comes for something very temporary. It's going to be employing a couple of refugee individuals between the age of 16 and 32, and it's on road construction. In the other news, National Identity Registration Authority, NIRA, in Uganda has come up with a software that will be used to locate national identity cards for Ugandans, also known as a Nangamuntu, and this is just the latest. According to Franklin, he says these cards will be used for this software will be used for identifying and locating lost identity cards, which has been a very big problem to many Ugandans since the government came up with national identification requirements for all Ugandans. Also, in the educational news of today, we see that Kyangwali Secondary School, where many of those that are watching me have gone to school, yesterday Friday briefed many of their senior four candidates because it's close to sitting for national examinations. And according to Derrick, who covered the story, says one of the sources revealed that teachers warned students of not wasting time playing on table poles and also going to cinema halls, but that it's a time to concentrate on their books as they head towards the examinations in this month of October. And lastly, we see that Uganda Communications Commission, also known as the UCC, has suspended the use of refugee identifications, including attestation forms issued by the UPM to register SIM cards. This follows a scam in Kampala that one of the Daily Monitor journalists went through a procedure that he revealed was a scam, whereby they generated an identification in the name of a refugee, and he used that fake identification card to apply for registration with both MTN and Airtel at one of the malls in the city. This is just one of the revelations that follow the scam, and also the counterfeit that is very rampant with the use of refugee identifications in Uganda. According to UCC, they say this is something they would investigate more, because they said it's a national security threat to the Ugandan government, and they needed to find out who is behind this great scam. And for today's news, again, I'm Ushu, and once again, the main points. NIRA develops a software to locate national identities for Ugandans. We see the UCC suspends the use of refugee identification documents for SIM registration. Is for candidates briefed at Kyangwali SS. And finally, LEU provides Living Earth Uganda provides employment opportunities to refugees in form of road construction. Again, I've been Ushu for today's news coverage. We're going to be bringing you more. This is just the beginning. We're going to have more coverage as time goes on. But again, thank you so much for being wonderful subscribers of Kyangwali News. And please, for those that have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe so you don't lose touch with home, and you don't lose more details that so much of value to you and the refugee community in Uganda. Thank you.